Leading a multi-generational workforce. Communication is key. It helps determine the success of a company, the leadership effectiveness, as well as the overall company function. Leadership is like an irrigation system. Poor leadership and or positive leadership trickles down through all of the management, all of the employees, all the way down to the customers. It can affect money, culture, communication, definitely, motivation throughout the company, basic company morale. Leadership styles can be used wrong. This is also something we come across. It indicates misguided employees, frustrated employees, customers, and again affects that money, the profit, the bottom line. For part of this semester, I did an interview with Susan Burbank, who is my mother. She's actually a teacher, and she's been teaching since 2006 at Southwestern Consolidated School Corporation. She's taught 7th through 12th there, and she taught business. Then she moved into Whiteland Community High School, where she taught 9th through 12th grade as business as well, and then transferred to Clark Pleasant Middle School, where she is now teaching 8th grade as a computer business teacher. Also, throughout the semester, I have done plenty of research over many topics, especially involving leadership and communication concepts. These have included performance communication, transformational leadership, transactional leadership, human-oriented leadership, as well as task-oriented leadership. In this speech, I will explain how leadership plays a role in a multi-generational workforce, on how to cope and cooperate effectively and efficiently within an organization. I will also discuss how transformational and transactional leadership influences a community, whether human or task-oriented leadership may help develop a multi-generational workforce, as well as how performance communication is key in allowing a workforce to blend an understood system. Problems that arise most of the time include unsure leadership style or just unsure leadership in general. When a leader is unsure how to lead, they may not have information on stock, on how to lead others, or how to resolve conflicts that they may come across. An example of this would be an employee moving into a management position who was very good at their old job but doesn't really know how to work with the employees, but also doesn't really know how to help them help themselves to better the company overall. The opposite side of the same coin, and more of an issue than not, is poor leadership styles, just using the wrong type of leadership to lead every single employee in the business. They may be unaware of how to lead properly, again, similar to the other side, but mainly unable to identify and influence the situations that happen in a day-to-day work environment. Someone might choose human-oriented leadership rather than task-oriented, and then an individual may be incredibly confused and not sure what to do to better themselves and better the company. I also, again, like I said, interviewed my mom. When I interviewed her, she talked mainly about working in a multi-generational workforce as a school teacher. Biggest issue she came across was that the new kids, the new teachers, not students, the new teachers always wanted to do everything technology-based, and all of the older generation teachers don't really want to use technology and want to use what they've been doing in the past because it's worked for them, and that's incredibly understandable. As I had stated before, leaders must use transformational and transactional leadership styles. They also must look into human-oriented and task-oriented styles, as well as proper performance communication. All of these may become possible solutions, and next I am going to actually explain some of the solutions that I came across when trying to think about these older teachers not really wanting to use technology. So for solution one, we come across transformational versus transactional leadership. According to Samola, Barling, and Turner, who wrote an article in 2012 in the journal The Academy of Management Journal, stated, transformational leadership is a form of leadership in which relationships are organized around a collective purpose in ways that transform, motivate, and enhance the actions and ethical aspirations of its followers. So basically, you need to make sure that your employees work ethically, as well as you're using proper ethical leading styles, and you need to really motivate your employees. When it comes to the school situation, those older generational teachers need to understand that technology has become ethical to teaching students today, and it helps to better them not only for their future in high school, but even if they were to go into the workforce or obviously going on to second schooling. Transactional leadership demonstrates and a give and take scenario, creating compromise. This is when leaders must understand and listen to their employees. These teachers could take textbooks and do that for their lesson plans throughout the week. And then the compromise could be that for the testing, the students do online. So in the classroom, the teacher controls 98% and knows exactly what's on that test, but the test is just done on the computer. Using transformational and transactional tactics have to be, of course, ethical. It helps promote compromise, and it enhances the work environment for everyone. The second solution I came across was using human or task-oriented leadership. Human-oriented leadership revolves around many concepts of leading, including argumentative styles, verbally non-aggressive styles, as well as assured, precise, and supportive styles of leading. Each style may be used in different situations to help different individuals understand to meet a common goal. Again, another side of that is task-oriented leadership. It's very context-based. It's very content-based. It's all about numbers, the groups, the overall facts of just getting through what you need to get through. Vries, Baker, Piper, and Ostfeld in 2010 published an article in the Journal of Business and Psychology stating the communication styles were strongly and differently related to knowledge sharing behaviors, perceived leader performance, satisfaction with the leader, and subordinate team commitment. So really putting these two together creates situational leadership, using facts, using a different style for each person helps promote the most growth within your employees. The older versus the younger generations, you really need to use both of these. You need to use facts, but you also need to make the younger teachers understand that really you might not need to focus on technology as much, but for those older teachers, it's like you really got to implement the use of technology, and you have to lead each person a different way so that they can meet the common goal. Third solution I came across was performance communication. You got to really understand your employees, listen to them, and most people use surveys as a medium to really get to know their employees. You can learn about employees' likes and dislikes, what their concerns are at work, and then the employees feel included because they may be a part of change, especially if they came up with an idea to make the company run easier. These older generations, when it comes to teaching, can voice their concerns, and then hopefully the leadership styles can come across, the leadership can come across ways to help the teachers. They can teach them in classes, they can work with the teachers, compromise, they can use the ability to just understand what the teachers want and really try and get there for them. How to lead a generational workforce is what we really just learned in those past three solutions, using human-oriented and its subcategories, using task orientation, and really putting the two together to create situational leadership, using those transformational and transactional both sides of the solution to create ethical motivation styles of compromise, and also always allocate proper performance communication. Really, when we look back on these teachers, we need to take all of these into account, and this helps to develop something for the school that can be their own. They may use different sections from human orientation versus the transactional, and then those bits and pieces to work out what's going to benefit them the most. Thank you.